let's move on and look at how we might talk about food. So I'm going to give you some adjectives to help you when you're talking to someone about food, because often when we talk with people, it's while we're eating. Now, of course, we don't speak when our mouth is full of food, but when we're sitting with friends or family, we often have a chat and we might want to talk a little bit about the food we're eating. So the first adjective I'm going to give you, the first describing word, is delicious. And that means you are really enjoying the food that you are eating. Delicious means it's really, really good. And the person cooking the food has done a great job. This pasta is delicious. Now, our next adjective is sweet. Now, sweet means that something tastes sugary, like mango, for example, or sweets themselves, sugary snacks. So sweet means it tastes very sugary, and we usually eat sweet things after savoury things. So if something's savoury, it means it's not sweet, it's not sugary. So it might be our carrots, perhaps, or meat or fish. These are all savoury foods, whereas sweet foods would be cake or ice cream or fruit, mango, or an apple, perhaps. So sweet and savoury are opposites. Then we have bitter. And if something's bitter, it means it doesn't taste very nice, but sometimes we do have bitter foods on purpose. So we might say a lemon, a yellow lemon, is very bitter. If you were to bite into a lemon and eat it, you go, oh, very bitter. So bitter is that flavour you get with a lemon. It's not sweet, it's not savoury, it's slightly different. This lemon is very bitter. Then, of course, we have juicy, and this is a word we'd use to describe something like a mango, when a lot of liquid comes out when you bite into it. So a mango is very juicy, all the juice comes out when you bite it. But we might also describe meat as juicy, perhaps. So juicy means liquid coming out. Now we could say this mango is very juicy. We could also say this mango is very refreshing. It's bringing our strength back, the mango. You know, when you get very hungry and you feel weak, and then you have some food, a mango, and it makes you feel strong again and like you can run around. So the mango is juicy, sweet, and refreshing. A great fruit. Now we've got two more adjectives that I'm going to give you. Spicy means it's very hot. Not temperature hot, not hot like the sun, but hot in terms of making you need to drink water or eat some yogurt, perhaps to cool your mouth down. Now, I am very bad at eating spicy food. I have to eat lots of yogurt if I have something spicy. And so you will often hear me say, this curry is very spicy. Now, the opposite of spicy is bland. Now, the word bland means something doesn't really taste of anything. It's boring. So if we eat rice on its own or bread on its own with no flavourings or seasoning, then we might say it's very bland. I only had rice for lunch. It was quite bland, we might say. So make sure you've taken a moment to look through all those adjectives, to learn as many as you can, because those will really help you when you're having conversations with friends and family about food. But make sure we're always being polite about the food that we're eating. If someone has cooked you a delicious meal, say it's delicious. Don't say that it's bland. You can only say something's bland if you're not going to offend someone. So let's check your knowledge of adjectives. What adjectives might we use to describe a mango? Pause and tell me. Hopefully we said some words like sweet, delicious, juicy, or refreshing. What adjectives might we use to describe a lemon? So the main one we would use there is bitter. Maybe we've taken the juice from the lemon, we could say juicy, and we've made some lemonade, a lovely drink made of lemons, and that would be sweet. But for the lemon, we're thinking bitter or maybe juicy. Now, what about for a delicious curry? What specific adjective could we use there if maybe it makes us need to drink a bit of water or eat a bit of yogurt? What are we going to say about the curry? The curry is spicy. It feels like our mouth is on fire. Okay, now what about rice? What words could we use to describe rice? It's not usually sweet. Sometimes it is, but usually it's savoury. And what other word could we use to describe it? Of course, we could say that the rice is bland on its own, and we need a little bit of sauce or seasoning to make it a bit more exciting. And we could say the same of bread as well. Bread on its own is bland and savoury. Well done for getting through that large bit of information about food. Well done for all the new words that you've learned there.